Evening. I'm just throwing this thing together myself, so welcome. Skaz Boost Tournaments, Hitman, and it's Ahab here. Two very good runners, so I wanted to get in on this. I know they're already going, sorry about that. But you know how it is, standard escape, sword and boost to start, and of course a princess in tow. If they picked up anything in the first three, somebody tell me. Or maybe I'll just crop their tracker and it'll be fine. So bear with me for just a minute. Okay, I think we're mostly set. Welcome again. Just gonna let them handle the hard work since they are already playing this game. Looks like a glove so far. Would be the back of escape if we didn't already do it. Standard Kakariko from everybody. Ice Rod already. You know how it is. Pendant incoming. Maybe. Or maybe not. We'll just have to find something else at the end of this. You know, anybody who wants to come in here, I don't run things, so feel free, but it took me a while to get myself in here, so there's a in fact, I don't know how to tell you to do it, to be honest, but I'm not gonna say no. Anyway, let's see what Blind Side has here. Looks like we got our 300. That'll take care of most of chunks of money needed for Zora and the bottle vendor. We'll get to Zora, I think, by the time we wind up over there. I mean, the way this works is the crew gets invite links. I don't have it. I got mine. See a lamp here already. So you know how that goes. That can be a cape or a sword to Aghanim, or it'll just be a lamp that's nice to have. Hopefully it's the latter. I mean, most of the time, like, it was about an hour ago, I was like, well, you know what, I have time, let's do it. And that's how it is most of the time I'm on here. Any of you've seen me do this, that's why. Nothing else really goes into it, so it's just because I'm here. And it's because this will be a good match. That did factor, and he's played against both of these runners myself quite a bit. And I always look forward to the opportunity. Got a little bit of something going on there, at least on my side, a hiccup, but I think it's okay. A little bit off on the sync. I'll try to work on that. Shouldn't be too bad. And welcome in.
Well, hello.
I mean, it's just SG After Dark in here, I think. So welcome.
I know, right? We're just running amok.
So yeah, we're normally we do this in a pregame, but I always ask people, you know, what do you know, so I know, you know, like what to say and how to say and what not to say.
Well, I'm mostly Z1R. I've been doing a little bit of Link to the Past, Rando, and Multi-World. I know some things, but not a lot. I don't know the right names for things, like
Right,
the helmet guy, he's the scorpion. So we're just going to have some fun, I think.
Yeah, that's fine. Names are optional. And actually, speaking of that, as soon as you said Z1R, I was like, oh yeah. I haven't learned to play it yet. I should, basically.
It's a lot of fun, although I have to say this has also been a lot of fun. Hey, there's a mirror.
Yeah,
And
it scares me a little.
And then whatever the tilde medallion is, I don't know what one that is.
It would be Quake.
Gotcha.
And for that, the only thing we'd need it for really is if it's required to get into Meyer or TR.
Yes, it's nice to meet you. Thank
you
you for letting me crash your commentary session.
Yeah, well, when I was involved in Z1R, it was on this side of things, and like I said, I'm not doing that anymore. But I kind of worked my way in here tonight, so it's a little throwback in that regard. We see a green pennant here at Ice Palace. That'll be a little ways off, I think.
All right, so far not a ton of items. I wonder what will be our opener.
Now, as I caught up here, we saw that glove. It's somewhere in the escape. Yeah, that's about it, really. I mean, this ice rod will come up later, maybe. Early ice rod has a meme, you know, but it's here, you know, could be a crystal. No, I didn't pay attention to the maps, but since we're using their trackers, looks like we got the one pendant here in the light world, that being a desert. So, like I said at the time, the ice rod might just be something we don't have to look for today. Trying to channel some faith there. Nobody likes pendant TR.
super fun. It's you want all the trolley things.
Well, normally, yeah, but you know what? Like, I'm good for a fast one today. This was just something I wanted to do, and I have faith that these runners can make it that way. That's another one.
Yeah, just watching some of this and then the mentor tournament. I gotta say, the casual boots, just having the zoomies at the beginning is so much fun. All right, what will the Zora have for us? It's a shovel! $500 shovel. That's so totally worth it.
Basically interning for the fish here. I gotta go do more work.
I think the best thing will be if the shovel spot is like 5 rupees.
It's 5, it's arrows, or it's a moon pearl. Let's see. That's what I'm putting in.
Ah, okay. Well, how about nice and we get progressive sword upgrade?
It'll be okay. When those things show up, those are like, okay, fine, you know. Seeing the heart piece refill kicking us out of water walk there, but it's okay. Yeah, because the ledge is nothing here.
Meanwhile, Ahab is rescuing the old man that still should be able to find his own way home because it's not a very hard path.
I think what do they do? Put your hand up on the left wall and just go? Or is there, I bet you there's holes in the way. I mean, only Link gets multiple tries at this. I think all the NPCs kind of get the one shot, you know.
There you go. And the old man has the red cane, which I don't remember the name of, cane of something.
Cane of Somaria. It's the same first couple letters. Something works just fine.
That is true.
It's the glitch stick or, you know, whatever. More excursions remain here. Got to find some progression somewhere. We're going to start with the shovel on Hitman's side.
Will it bring us anything good? I think we're maybe going to do Hera over on Ahab's side, possibly.
Okay, 5 times $10. We got the red crystal on Skullwoods, and yeah, we, of course, in fact, I did, but it is pendant TR. There's a hammer here. Okay.
That's nice to find early.
And it's nice to find here when you make this call, because it isn't always, especially in a quick mode, something you're real keen on doing, going to Hera this way and then having to turn around because you don't have a hammer. But,
oh, true, to get across the bridge, yeah.
Yeah, but now we do. It's not a huge time loss, but it is something that, you know, can be up for a decision per runner. So that'll feel good.
We are now entering the go get your drink phase. Wait for all these tiles to smash into nothing.
Yeah, so one thing I didn't do. I do have water, but that's supposed to be later.
Mine's in the living room somewhere. I love the palette on Hitman's side. Like the pink ground is super fun.
Oh yeah, here on the mountain, and it has, you know, I don't know what that is on the mountain. I never really figured it out. The sparklies are like maybe dewdrops or something. But
oh yeah.
It's just the artistic choices in a simple game. There's something I like to think about. It's always, you know, vague intent. It's not always as clear as it is these days. But that's my guess. So Hitman's hammer here as well, and I think everybody's done the same thing with the exception of the shovel on Hitman's side. Not reciprocated, that's about it. other than that, pretty straightforward.
Yeah, but at least it doesn't cause any damage since it was nothing. So that's at least good.
Mm-hmm. You save a little time if you're Ahab, maybe if you get it later along with K45 and Stumpy, since you have your mirror, but...
Alright, now this guy's a total jerk. Boops me off the side, like, I think 10 times in a row when I first tried playing this vanilla. And I got extremely frustrated.
Yeah, well, off the side beats the center. We always say, well, just don't go near the center, but we do, because we're trying to go fast, and then the worm has other things to say. But Ahab handles it okay, and then that's going to be it's a crystal. Yeah, it's a crystal down one for Ahab now.
Pretty nice. We'll go across the not broken bridge.
It's actually nice when this is early too, and you don't have a hook shot to get your way up easy to the top, and the big key is in the bottom, so then you just don't have to worry about whether or not you're gonna have to leave an item. Basically, if you're gonna do the basement, this is the situation you want to have. Coming from the top, we're going to start here at Spiral Cave. There is the Moon Pearl. That will be Dark World. I imagine we're going to finish this up here for the 7 more checks that we have.
Wow, you know the number. Gosh dang.
I think it's 7. I say something and then I immediately wander and hope nobody tells me I'm wrong, but...
Chat loves to tell us when we're wrong. That's okay.
Yeah, it does help. There could be more too if we come up with myths or something crazy like that. There's flute.
That is my favorite item in Zelda 1.
Your recorder there, and there's your mitts too, so yeah, looks like we are going to stay here for a little bit.
Yeah, you kind of spoke those mitts into existence, I think.
Yeah, I guess. It didn't seem like you're too far off to me somehow. I don't know why. I could quantify, but it's just, I guess, playing too much.
It's magic.
Because something had to be here, and a number of things that can give progression is like a bow and a book. So I guess that was sort of the other possibilities. And get this check done on this entry requirement here too.
Alright, which medallion will we need? It's the lightning bolt one, whatever that's called.
The other one that we don't have that doesn't do anything else, so have to keep an eye out for that or not. I guess maybe not. We don't want it.
Alright, Super Bunny check. Is it anything good? Nope, just hearts.
So it's always a debate for me if you do this first or if you do this hookshot cave, because, you know, if a hookshot's and Super Bunny are coming back, but, you know, you get the one in here basically. Hitman, well, we'll see when Hitman gets here. Ahab, I don't know if he likes to hover. But at any rate, that beyond the myths, we have that flute and bottle right next to each other, so 2 very good reasons to head right back to Kakariko here.
Oh, true, yep. Be interesting to see if anything good comes out of them.
And it's nice especially to get that bottle. I mean, if you're going to get it second, have the flute be right before that, because you can just do that while you're there. King's Tomb here for nothing. It's not really much of a better time to get it either. We talked about this in another stream recently. You can put it with Graveyard Ledge, but it's more portaling, especially when you're coming out of Sanctuary anyway. It seems better to do it this way. The only other reason, I guess, maybe you'd be compelled not to is, now you have an isolated Graveyard Ledge-ish, so yeah. but I prefer this method. The sick kid has weapons. We like that.
That's always nice. Never say no to more offense. There we go.
Yeah, now that we know we don't need it for Dark World, there's no good reason not to want it. Hitman seeing the way in took the bottom portal instead. So you're just going to do a check here, get that recorded. Let's see what he does here. Yeah, not going to be concerned with it.
So let's see. Using this portal, that means Misery Mire, right?
Yep, you can at least check.
Yes.
Yep. So Quake required there, and we have it. And we can get in with boots. We have a cane too. The offense is not really fantastic, so we might put that off for a while. We have Crystal Thieves Town to do, and a couple other things. So I'd be surprised if Ahab goes in here. He's just going to check these outliers. It's like a little bit of thinking, actually, and at least we got to see that, because if I'm going to be wrong, at least I like to know what I'm talking about. So,
there you go.
Desert for now. Just the dancing back and forth. Like, well, I was going to say, yeah, this is another one. It could have been for this reason here, the Agina check, but.
I remember hearing from other restreams that this cave never has anything. So we'll see if that holds true.
Not if you get it first. If you get it first, it never does. This is still relatively early.
True.
But yeah, it looked like the trip back to the portal there was just one of indecision, and that's okay. I mean, you just wanted to get that and get out. Like I said, I didn't really expect to see Mire here. You could have seen Desert despite being a pendant just because it's quick, but I'm sure the thinking was, we just have required stuff to do, and we need to do that.
Looks like we're going back to Dark. Is it Dark World's called Village of the Outcasts, right?
Yeah, over here on the west, the equivalent of Kakariko. I guess because there's a sign or two around that says that.
I'm slowly learning things.
I don't think it says that in Rando. It has some reference to something instead, but 4 checks in here and a required crystal, so we're just going to get this done. Powder there. It'll be something we can loop in with the checks that we now see Hitman doing already. We'll not have that powder to do that with at the same time. Hitman choosing immediate density starting at Hype Cave and coming up that way, and that's okay too. Just wasn't really a lot in there that I recall.
All right, purple chest. Those are they called fetch quests, people say. Always fun.
Yeah, I think we're gonna say to Hitman way he went. Yeah, there was none of this here just yet. The flute turn in. I guess sick kid too. Yeah, sick kid is not retrieved, but after that, I imagine it's just going to flute turn that purple chest in and then come back. So there'll be a number of things on that route that won't get done. The magic bat with the powder, the book that nobody has yet for Bombo's tablet. You're just looking for stuff in general right now.
Yeah, definitely still some things that would help break some of these dungeons or palaces open.
So Flipper's here, and like I said, Ahab will have the option to clear more things in that chain. It'll just be a question of when that happens. Depends on what I guess is left here in Thieves Town. If nothing, it's good for Ahab because I think he's going to end up doing Smith Chain after this.
There's the hook shot.
That hook that we were having just a brief period of anxiety related to. And Ahab will get that too. Ahab just... There was nothing else that Ahab could have found that was going to make Thieves Town any better, so he just came in here as soon as he came to it on the map and clear out the Sea House and Brewery later. Well, shortly.
All right. Red ghost monster down.
Yeah, it's blind. It's blind, and you know what? Again, with the names, because it doesn't matter. Blind can see just fine.
Yeah, wait, hold up. But isn't there also the one cave that's like the blind's cave? So how does he have a cave and he's an enemy? Because he's giving you stuff.
Well, Blind's hideout, and then there's an NPC. It's in Kakariko, in roughly the same place the dungeon is. So I guess that's the excuse, is that Dark World things happened, I guess.
Interesting.
But, yeah, you know, that thing in Kakariko just looks like a prison anyway, so...
Bed sheet monster. I love that.
I mean, I think in the 90s, all the monsters had bed sheets.
I mean, that's what we always, dressed up for it as Halloween, right? You just throw a bed down and you're a ghost.
Yeah. It was before there was Spirit Halloween everywhere and bespoke costumes for $20.
There you go. It's like, no, we're going to go down the street to Kmart and just buy the $1 white bed sheet.
Dig game here in the slow floating fiber, so no sale. Ahab will, looks like, yeah, gonna continue through Smith Chain, pick up a couple of those other things like the magic bat, yeah, that, and end with the flippers in tow. So yeah, at that point, I don't know. You're right next to the swamp with a portal handy. I don't know if I'd like going in there. Or, you know what, no, yeah, we do. Yeah, we have the hook, so it's fine. That'll work out well for Ahab. Talking about hookless swamp, and I keep thinking that's what we got.
Swamp is the one where when you go in, like the first room you have to hook across, right?
Meyer
Maybe
has
not.
a thing like that. I think it's Meyer you're talking about. This one here just has a bunch of oddball requirements that not even the next two dungeons have. You have to have a mirror, you have to have flippers, you have to have a hook shot if you want to finish it. You're supposed to have the hammer.
Gotcha.
I guess these days we don't.
Alright, what does this bat have? Let's see.
And a 3 hundo, so no harm for Hitman unless he goes back, does it by itself. Yeah, and thank you, chat. That thing about having to do mirror things. Maybe I said mirror, maybe I didn't, but yeah, you have to have a mirror just for the outside in order to flood the place or unflood a place or whatever it is, so you can actually get in. Blind down for Hitman now. So once Hitman gets out of here and Ahab gets toward the flippers, you'll see where the runners lie compared to each other. That should just about even things up.
And I think what's interesting about this is it's often hard to tell until the end who truly is ahead for a lot of things.
Yes, well, yeah. I mean, until go mode, that is the case. I don't know, sometimes I like to try and measure it every now and then. So Hitman has powder. Yeah, and just came back to do that, so it'll add a little, but it's not bad. When they get that flute early, all these little things don't mean as much as they could. This will be the runaround mire for Hitman. So I think Ahab, yeah, is going to probably turn right the heck around. Yep, right back into that portal and head to swamp. It's good thinking. I mean, it's hard to know. I don't know. A lot of times, if I don't think of a possibility until it happens, I'm sitting there wandering around like, well, okay, what now? But Ahab may have been just waiting for that, keeping it in mind. So a quick switch pull in the other world and back, and we're into Swamp Palace now. And this is another one that, it has some spots in it that take a little bit of time for not potentially a lot of reward, but I think at this point you have to do the whole thing.
Yes, definitely still some items needed for that go mode. Oh, that's no, wait, hold on. I know the name. This is the bomb one?
Yeah, Bombos, so it's basically the fire medallion, which does not it's not required for our dungeons today, but it is the fire source of importance for the moment. We don't have a rod yet, so we can do Ice Palace now. And as happens so often, fire rod could just be in there. So there's definitely some things to do, and not even a lot of decisions having to go into it.
And we're both in Swamp Palace, which is great to see.
See, now, if you're me, just me, you like a map here, because when you figure you're going to be doing the whole dungeon anyway, or you should, then you know for a fact you're going to get at least one item over here. Because if you find map compass first, or, I mean, well, if you find 2 items in the first 2, then you're like, well, you could come over here first, but then if it's map compass, you just wasted a bunch of time.
Okay, I know that. I don't know what that glitch is called, like the underground water glitch thingy bobber. But that's always pretty cool to see.
The diver down trick, which really just revolves around the fact that it's the stairs or the ladders that tell the game you're heading into water. It's probably not exactly how it works, but getting in there from any other place, the game thinks there's no water there. So you can see it can be done with a cane of Smario and with bombs, which is nice if you happen not to have a cane.
Yeah, that's nuts. It amazes me just that all these games that are so old that people still find all these cool glitches.
Yeah, I think a lot of the ones that matter to Rando a lot were only really figured out in the last couple of years. Yeah, and it's from the 90s, so... So nothing on the left side. Hitman's going to skip it, at least for now. Do the back. I will say 75% Hitman does not go back.
Alright, so this boss guy, I equate him to an octopus Patra from Zelda 1.
Well, yeah.
I'm guessing once again it's not his name. His name's not Octopus Patra.
Well, I'm sure the inspiration was there. Argus, and there have been multiple instances of something like this in Zelda history. Majora's Mask had a very, very similar one. I'm sure the Patra with anything circling an enemy is probably originally from the Patra.
Yeah, I grew up playing the original Zelda 1 and then Zelda 2 and then nothing again until basically I was almost 40.
So I did leave myself a nice 25% to be wrong on. Hitman gonna go back in here. I guess they're just missing too much.
Yeah, definitely still some chests to open.
I mean, the worst part about not doing it is having to redo the floodgate is about it. I think it's one of those things that feels worse than it is, but you won't see too many runners do that, where they'll redo the gate to come back, unless it's the very last thing they have. And, yeah, with the big key over there, it means a return trip to the center. So despite our new tricks with the specky clip and all that, elimination of the hammer requirement, there's still decisions to be made in here as to how you do things.
Yeah, but even with that, if there's something good over here or something good in that large chest, I mean, that could really swing some things.
Well, Ahab did this, so I think we determined it wasn't anything. I wasn't paying attention, chat was. So.
Oh, gotcha.
And yeah, nothing to hype cave either. Saw that from Hitman about 10-15 minutes ago. Ahab gets to do it on the way out of swamp. Which, and that's kind of another thing too. I always wonder if you end up with the opportunity to go into swamp first like Ahab did. You could go to hype and get the 5 out of there first. Basically, you do it if you think that anything in there would change what you do in swamp, but again, probably just too early to consider that. Otherwise, it's a whole, it's not too far, but it's a couple of large screen transitions, and it just feels better to do it afterward.
Yeah, I guess, like you said, nothing really would have changed anything in this not dungeon. It's called palace.
Yeah, I mean, unless it literally has like a bow, a fire rod, and I guess you're going to need ether too, so that's the thinking. 3 items minimum. I'm sure there's more, and you're just going to do it.
So interesting. Both runners went to buy that potion. Interesting. Is that required for Meyer to have a potion?
No. See, most of the time I'd say it's for its intended purpose, but it... Well, okay. If they're going to ice, Hitman's going to ice. I don't. Here's the thing: it's either for its intended purpose, or it's for you're going to pod and you don't have a bow and you want to use that to break the right side without a bow.
Gotcha.
But there's some options for the goo bottles here.
Safety potion. That makes sense too.
Yeah, and Hitman. Is there something that's keeping us from? Oh, yeah, it's a pendant. That's what it is. Ice Palace. So it goes to Lake Hylia just to get a capacity upgrade, and that's because you can whittle down vitreous little eyeballs with bombs. I think it might have... I think maybe... Could have bought some arrows while he was standing there, but it's not a big deal. Bombs are a lot more useful with this equipment. So I guess for the runners, the potions just in case something goes wrong. And it's super easy with a flute.
The secret room is going to be opening up.
So Ahab making a call here. I thought maybe I missed something because there's an instance where a small key in the compass chest will guarantee a big key there, but looks like just chose to take a shot at having something be in that chest, and it didn't work out. But in a tournament, sometimes you do have to make some of these choices that are risk and reward.
I'm going to fully trust you on that. Like I said, you know the game. I'm just here for the vibes.
That's all good. It's just, it takes a while to get in there, but it also takes a while to get back there if you want to do it last.
Oh, still nothing good in this palace.
Yeah, so I have a rule of my own where I will do this not last, what you see Hitman doing now, that we know has just a compass in it, and I'll do that if I found no items and no big key. But we did just come up with a big key. I think it's just both runners are in the same mindset of wanting to pick up something here without having to come back.
True. It looks like we have a little bit of a freezing on Hitman's side, so we'll have to wait for that to work itself out.
We're going to do, I think he said Mega Man. At least we're going to do that for a little while.
Wait, what's Mega Man?
Street Fighter Alpha 2. That's the music.
Oh, gotcha.
From Ahab here. It was in the Capcom era, or in the Capcom department. I got something right. Ahab hit a Davidi and Hitman probably not too far behind, but I'm going to check on that. Yeah, Hitman is entirely offline.
Uh-oh.
And here we go. probably noticed it, probably just a hiccup, and that's good because I don't. We can say stuff to him, but I guess we're really not supposed to.
Wow, those eyes cause a ton of damage.
Yeah, and they're both using what we call a community tracker here, and unless you know the sprites, you don't know what armor they have. I'm guessing we haven't seen it. I heard some talk about one on Lumberjack Tree, but that's...
Oh yeah, that was me. That was me in chat earlier before you joined you.
That's why we like chat. And you're here now, so... You've already done more than me. Anyway, Ahab just gonna have to... Yeah. That's probably a good call, because that pattern there didn't look good. I wouldn't have been too confident of not taking a hit there.
Yeah, you don't have to go all the way back through, and if you have cash, you can always buy another potion.
Hmm. There's your Capcom, now you know.
Alright, where is this flying duck bringing us to next? Are we going, what is this? Palace of Darkness, right?
Palace of Darkness, still no bow that you like to see, mostly because you need it for at least one thing in here, that being to finish it, but there's not a lot else that's too good looking. Good eyeball fight for Hitman. Yeah, it does take some time, but it's just like Ahab showed, as long as you're alive by the end of it, you're doing okay. I'll just load up.
Oh, there's our fire rod.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right in pod here. Certainly going to continue to clean out.
Ahab's kind of chilling there because you kind of need a bow.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this?
This
minute clip?
is a minute clip, yeah. So, and it's bufferless, so he's doing this thing where as long as you hit right for just one frame, I think maybe you can get away with two. And then immediately hit up or down after that, he'll move into the wall and stay in that position until you repeat that cycle. Looks like it was working for a while. but didn't quite
Does
get
it
far
make
enough.
him like suffocate in the wall or something?
Yeah, once it comes off traversable area, it looks for somewhere to go, and I guess the game's programming decides that looking involves going straight up or down. So once it's off the screen, it'll decide that it's dead as well and open the door for us.
Interesting.
It's getting most of the way there. It's hard to do it this way, not just for the rapidity of the inputs, but for holding your focus long enough to get it done. Looks like it's gonna, yeah. It's like maybe gonna switch to bufferless, but then just said, nah, to heck with it. And
We're getting Ice Palace over on Hitman's side, by the way.
Yeah, that being said, too, there's another thing. I guess I didn't catch Ahab using the potion, and must have, because that's way faster in either case. And in fact, yeah, it doesn't have it. But it does have, the fire rod to do something with, and if it immediately turns into a bow, I mean, sure, okay.
Although, I mean, chat does want to see bow on pedestal right now.
Yeah, and we'd have to see a book in here just to make that another easy check. Looks like Ahab's going to go straight for the back, though, as I'm going to put a lot of faith into one of those two things. Until we find our two items, we're going to go back to front, but might be hoping that they're just both in the back here and gets to save some time that he lost there in pod.
Got a little freeze again, unfortunately.
So if we miss sending an Ice Palace, actually, I guess we'll just look at the tracker here.
Yeah, I was kind of comparing. I don't see anything that's changed yet.
Well, one item and a boss for Ahab here. Imagine we'll stick around to find the other one. So, this would be pure conjecture, but Hitman's choice to come in here, I guess, is probably just one of not liking pod without a bow and the fact that we have a fire source. Just looking for a play, I guess.
This is the cloudy eyeball, I guess. Icy cloudy eyeball.
Yeah, cold stare and another extra syllable name. I don't. Stare because it's, I guess, it has eyeballs. I guess that's why.
I like the palette in this because he's pink and puffy. He's a cotton candy eyeball. There we go.
Well, as we see, Bombos lets us get through here, but it does make, with that, especially a better sword, this fight, yeah, a little on the A little on a slow side, but gets it done. Looks like one more drop.
There's the bow!
That is a bow. Always some temperance involved here because there are two. If you pick up both, you get the silvers. But seeing as we're still looking for one and an hour in, I'm thinking this is a real good thing for Hitman right now.
Yeah, I think I've heard you can do silverless Ganon in this game, right?
Yeah, you just need the one bow.
So technically, well, I guess Hitman isn't fully go mode because without the fire rod, right?
Yeah, we'll need that fire rod at some point, but with that bow, as you can see now, Pod is a fantastic choice. And
oh, true, because you can fully finish it out.
Yep, so Hitman's going to go right here and get it. And at that point, what are we missing?
I mean,
I don't think
nothing,
anything.
really.
Yeah. No, that'll do it. So Ahab has to come up with a bow, unless goes to ice another bow quickly.
Maybe Catfish will have the bow, because Catfish always has something good, right?
It's had some bows, you know. Not today. This portal here, yeah, suggests that Ahab is going to ice. So we'll get it. And then I guess the only difference then is going to be the fact that Ahab has Skullwood's done already. It'll be close. Give us a few minutes here and we'll see where they're at.
Now we are in full go mode.
We're just above the hour mark for Hitman here, and it's going to feel pretty good, I think. This is usually the time I'm asking myself, okay, you know, what kind of a chance do I think I have? But I don't think Hitman is, you know, to his knowledge, a lot to worry about. It's just going to be what they knew from the beginning, that it's going to be a close race given who's involved, no matter what you do. I think.
Yeah, I know we're farther along in this tournament, I think, and at this point, I mean, every competitor is going to be really good, and you're always going to be worried about anyone you face. No gimmies, we'll say.
Sorry, I'm trying to line up the times again. It's a little hard with
No,
that.
you're good, you're good.
Decimal place from Ahab there, but
Yeah, I was just going to count. So Hitman has 6 of the what do they call it? Not diamonds.
crystals.
Crystals. There we go.
maiden jails, something like that.
So does that mean after Palace, or no, yeah, Palace of Darkness, right? That means we can go to Ganon's Tower?
Well, Ahab will have to come back, finish Palace of Darkness, and then Eastern, which will be easy because you can mirror over. Hitman will do this Eastern and have to go to Skullwood, so there's a little bit of busy work left to do, but then, yeah, we can, or no, yeah, Eastern's a crystal too, so yeah, we have to do all that, and then we can go there.
Oh yeah, whoops, I was counting the crystals and I was like, oh, they're marked as which palaces are crystals, not particularly which ones we have. Whoops. Yeah, comparing the items and the crystals, I mean, this is pretty close.
Yeah, it's just like I said, just the one difference in who has to do what, but it'll come out pretty even after that. It'll be a matter of finding the big key in Ganon's Tower, which is always a fun thing.
Also, this guy, I know his actual name is Helmet Sore, but he's just a scorpion jerk.
Yeah. A dinosaur with a helmet that looks like a scorpion, but kind of a beetle, and they just kind of did some things here in Zelda Land.
Things were weird back in the 90s.
Zelda particularly, the more I see this and the more I think about the games over the years, they really like their worms.
That is true.
There's a lot of them.
Land molas and mold worms just everywhere.
Yeah, I'm looking. Hitman's just having a not great ISP day, I think, and that's not his fault at all. And I think it's actually handling this pretty well. It should come back soon. Yeah, there it is. Normally, one little hiccup on here and things just are unpleasant for the rest of the night, but
yeah. Hey, we are in Eastern Palace now, which is fun.
yeah, I don't think. I mean, this is also something that you can dip into early if you think you're looking for something nice, but I don't think anybody has. And we'd like to see another sword here, but I'm assuming both runners are going to just figure they're going to run into one somewhere. And then if not, oh well, kind of thing.
If not, better hope your Ganon killing skills are up to par.
Yeah, it'll be a test of endurance. With no armor, you just don't want to have a finger slip or lose your focus and take a hit you don't mean to. It's not good.
I love how fighting the Armoses just gets you more arrows that you just used up. That's great.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's good, actually. When you want to see arrows, this is it. Especially when this is your last or very close to last dungeon, and you're spending all your arrows. Nothing worse than getting silvers and then not having arrows for some reason. More commonly, the issue is at the start of the GT climb, you'll be missing them for mimic killing purposes in the one room. And you get to see fun stuff happen, like digging around in the dirt outside, which is a rando feature, but you can do that in here, come up with a few drops, and sometimes it is your last resort.
Yeah, over in Zelda 1, it is a, oh crap, I got to Ganon with $0. Better start just farming some enemies, try to figure out who's going to drop me a single rupee.
Yeah, remind me, silver arrows, they don't cost more or anything, do they?
Nope, just have to have the single dollar.
Because there's this retro feature in this, which is funny to say, because it's more retro than this already is. But they made it, I guess, due to inflation, 10 and 50. Silvers are 50 here, yeah, if you're running that mode.
Alright, Hitman's over in Skullwoods, which I think is the last one, thingy?
It'll be the last one for Hitman. It's another nice one to have in go mode. You can just do what Ahab had to choose to do and go straight to the back. Hitman don't have to worry about that, you just gotta get your crystal and get out. So yeah, actually Hitman will be not insignificantly ahead here from the looks of it. Eastern just takes a little time to get through. But GT is within the range of influence here, I think, for this.
Yeah, this is going to be fun and close for sure.
And then you add the fact that if the equipment stays the way it does, that adds some other uncertainty that we'll have to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, isn't there like 20-some chests in Ganon's Tower? And of course, any one of those could have either that sword or one of the runners goes a certain path and doesn't get it, then we'll also affect things.
Yeah, could be one of those things if we don't see one. The big chest itself, we might see if the big key is somewhere near it. And we haven't found a sword yet.
Ah, 27.
Yeah, including the 4 at the top was, you know, that'll just be equipment at that point, silvers or sword.
Chat saying no sword or silvers, please.
Yeah, we have only the best intentions in mind for our runners here.
So I see a bunch of numbers in chat. I'm assuming the game that is played in Link to the Past Rando is how many chests do we need to open in Ganon's Tower?
Oh yeah, until we find the big key. I was a little behind on that. I see Hitman, yeah, still going to be looking for a sword here. Would be nice. This isn't too bad on his 3 checks, but nothing to be had. So yeah, you can play that game if you want. Gotta pick a number I haven't seen, so we'll go 10. Ahab just, with the fifth armor just getting a little bit behind, have to spend a few more to take him out, but that's going to do it for him. He's going to have to chase Hitman in here. It'll be about a minute behind. Minute 10, minute 15, I guess, I believe.
Yeah, so 113.20, we'll have to see what we get.
Well,
the answer is that the large key of the first chest?
Yeah, and this is the one time you don't really care to see that. It's like, okay, fine, but I did think about saying that before, like, well, that could happen, and then we're kind of, you know, still hoping for a sword, because to this point, runners are going to be hoping to find one, looking for that key, you know, just in the process, but no, it's really not a... you can't really justify looking through more boxes at this point down on the bottom. I'm sure I'll open the 4 at the top, though.
Oh man, that's just funny. It's all the numbers in chat for the most part. The closest one was Bacon Skater with 2, so GG's.
Yeah, I guess low numbers if the seed is really bad. This was okay, so I didn't actually think that was going to happen. And yeah, like Chat's saying, Ahab would lose time directly by not going to Hope Room first, like some runners don't, but could come up with equipment that will speed up not only Ganon, but this climb as well. So we'll see.
Right, so it was 113.20, so about 2 minutes behind. Always going left.
We will get to see, so hold on to your britches here. Nothing for the torch. And no matter what happens, hopefully he's planning on DM, because if you continue to the left here, no advantage you have is going to help you.
Blue cane, which doesn't really do anything at this point.
Yeah, so mirror's out, and we'll now come up with that key. No further time lost, but nothing gained either. So at this point, it is just going to be the matter of equipment, both offense and defense. So yeah, this is a good chunk of time that I don't expect. You know, if they were better equipped, this is Hitman's race, but I wouldn't even say that just yet.
Magic.
I've been meaning to look too, see if Hitman still had a potion. Because if that's the case, I'd almost have to say that alone would...
Yeah, it looks like 2 full potions from what I can tell.
Yeah, so the last thing that could happen here is falls off the edge. So yeah, no further equipment. Stand by as Ahab hurries and scurries to the top here as best he can.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've obviously heard of the Silverless Ganon thing, but I don't think I've ever seen it. So it's be interesting to see for me.
Well, it just, there's a frame that Ganon takes damage, and there's a value assigned to the damage that you give out. It just happens to be a whole lot less than the silver arrows, so... And then on Master Sword, it's way less, so we're going to have 24 of those. It's going to take a few minutes.
Oh my gosh, that's so many!
Yeah, that's on the third phase, not even... Or the fourth phase, not even the first 3. Those take a while, too. We can see some tricks. I see Hitman already has the cape out here. That's the #1 way to get as much damage in as quickly as possible.
Yes, the hard part is we didn't find the half magic either, which limits what you're able to use.
Yeah, the blue potions will come in handy there for sure. We'll probably see a lot of lamp torchlights as opposed to fire rod by the time we get to that point. Well, if Hitman takes another hit here, we'll find out if we did come up with armor that we didn't see, but... yeah, it does have a blue armor there, so...
Okay.
So that's the difference, because if you're on green air, you just died.
Alright, floor's gonna start to fall. Do not get booped.
So the other bow in the light world somewhere. Guess what? What else is there other than pedestal and I guess green pendant, or maybe we saw that. You know, the credits will say, in the case of the former. Hitman gonna keep on using the fire rod. Just gonna go ahead and do a refill here after this next shot. Almost fired it right there, and I had a thought to myself, like, if you fire that, you're going off the edge.
Oh no!
But recognized the problem, thankfully, and backed off for a cycle there. Ahab now done with Act 2 is going to start working on the pig as well. I always try to count these whether I'm playing or not, and I fail at it, but it's longer than you think 24 would be. I don't know. It just takes a while. So what Hitman is trying to do is get 3 hits per cycle with the torch being lit. Now that last one there, could have got, but if there was a chance if he charged his sword there, he would have taken a swing and hit the pig to no effect and got knocked off. But
there we go. Wow, nice fight.
So it took a little longer, but that's gonna do it for Hitman. Get your GGs in, and you know how it is. Just got to get across this bridge. And there it is, 122.53 keyed into race time for Hitman 1382.
Now it's fun when you have races that are this close when, you know, right now you've had both runners at Ganon at the same time. It's not just a runaway victory for anyone. It makes it more fun for everybody.
Yeah, even if there was better equipment, you know, if that's the case, Hitman's done a lot sooner. That's still close. I mean, that's not like, you know, somebody just missed an item, which could have happened here with that bow and ice palace at the bottom.
Oh, true.
No less. So that's good thinking from both runners. In fact, I can't even really point to what brought Hitman out in front over this. I think it just worked out that way.
I mean, maybe he didn't have to double dip Palace of Darkness because he had the bow and arrow beforehand. I mean, that's a couple minutes right there.
Yeah, there's always some. There is that. That's a good one. I want to say there were a few things like going to the shuttle where Ahab was able to loop it in that goes the other way. But whatever the case, yeah, net positive for Hitman here on tonight's race.
Yeah, and Ahab's having a real clean Ganon fight. Oh, but it's out of magic! I think we have one more potion. There we go. Another Ganon down.
Yeah, I mean, that's as good as you're gonna see for Master Sword Silverless here from both runners. So yeah, for sure, big GGs to both runners. Ahab putting in time on 25-25, just 2.5, pretty much. That's it. It's like you say, that's not a lot of time.
Yeah, well played to both runners for sure. Do you guys usually do interviews after, or?
Yeah, we offer the opportunity. Hitman is going to forego this one. No blame on the time, I think, as I just now look at it.
True.
And we might get Ahab here. Yeah, we're going to get Ahab. And welcome in here to Ahab. Joining us now, GG's.
GG. Yeah, I played sloppy. I wasted time mimic clipping and all that stuff. It would have been a lot closer. But it was pretty straightforward, though.
Yeah, we were trying to work out. It wasn't a lot of, you know, back and forth on time spent, besides, I guess, what you just said. I forgot about the mimic clip thing. Which was going well, I guess, right until it wasn't.
Underslipped.
But, yeah, Hitman was in ice first, so was able to single dip that. Hitman also did a couple of things that lost time compared, so we're saying, yeah, this 2.5 is not bad.
Nah,
I think you did a lot of good here, I think.
Yeah. Guessing he didn't find another sword or yeah.
Forgot to check credits here. We saw Light World Silver, and I don't, you know, you'll see it before we do, but I don't know what else there is other than pedestal.
No, chat said arrows on pedestal.
Okay.
Never found the book.
GG's.
Oh, thank you. Never found the book. Was it behind the book?
We didn't see a book either. I'm just trying to think what other Light World checks are left. I guess Mimic Cave. That counts.
Mimic.
Does that count? Or is that mountain?
The mushroom witch hut thing.
I think we saw. No, we didn't see that. We bought potions there. We didn't see it. So that's another one. Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's just little things you like to know sometimes, especially when they're not just, oh, Dark World, or oh, my tower.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I mean, any other thoughts? I mean, it just seemed like just your standard seed, I guess, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty standard. I don't know. I kind of wish I didn't play so sloppy, but that's, it's late. It's like 3 hours past my bedtime, so I'll just blame that.
Well, thanks for coming in. I think that's what Hitman was getting at. Like, it's late, so.
Yep. All right, that's all I got. I appreciate you guys restreaming this. We didn't know it was going to happen, so thank you guys for putting it on, and all the people who stayed up late. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, for sure. I like still being involved here, so this is good. Let's see here. No game 2 scheduled for you just yet, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Speedgaming.org/boots for the schedule. Tomorrow at noon, we're going to have Sea Fate and Black Air Rave at SpeedGaming 3. This is going to be Eastern Daylight Time. And 1 o'clock, Gem and Magna Hands. Catch that one if you want to see gamers going fast, because that's the way to do it. Looks like a couple more later on too, 4, 5, and 6 o'clock.
That's a full day.
Yeah, we'll get on as many as we can. I might be able to do the earlier ones. I'll have to check, but yeah, thanks Jess for coming in, because this is a lot better than me yapping to myself.
Yeah, it's always fun when you have a partner, even though the partner knows very, very little. So once good, let me crash. It was a good time.
Yeah, and it'll only get better next time. Like, I know my first time I did this, well, I was solo then too, and I was like, oh boy. But yeah, I definitely appreciate it, and we'll let these credits run out here. We see the 140 from Hitman. That's low-ish. But yeah, just like Ahab had said, I appreciate everybody being here to take this in. And let me see here.
One more collection than Hitman. That's fun.
Let's see if that works there. Yeah, so go ahead and grab those links. If you want to see these guys finish out their series whenever that happens to be. And yeah, I think I've covered it all that I'm aware of. So once again, thank you, and see you next time.